On July 22, 2019, an unnamed individual opens an Amazon page for a coffin and asks the following question. The Woodlawn Mausoleum in Yonkers, New York requires a metal casket with a rubber seal. Would this work? Later that day, Amazon user Natalie B responds. I'm not sure what the answer to that question is, but what I do know is Overnight Caskets delivered the casket the very next day. They knew I needed the casket ASAP and took every measure to make sure it was delivered on time. The funeral home inspected the casket and found no issues or damage to it. It sounds crazy to say this, but it was a very nice casket. Pretty. People were admiring the look of it. I think using them will be a very wise choice. I hope this helps.
If you've ever looked at an item on Amazon, you've definitely scrolled past the customer questions and answers section, since it's right above the reviews. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds like, a section on Amazon product pages where customers and potential customers can ask and answer questions about said product. And it's a neat little feature. Sellers often respond to questions directly, which is useful, but more importantly, it's nice to be able to interact with people who actually own the thing you're thinking about buying, you know? To see if they ever ended up regretting the purchase, or to ask them questions that aren't addressed in the item's description, stuff like that. Personally, I tend to skim the Q's and A's more than I do the actual reviews these days, since they're direct and to the point. But if you're one of the many people who ignore this section, I am here to tell you that some bizarre stuff is going on down there. What do I mean by bizarre, you ask? I got mine today with the wrong name. I need it corrected ASAP. Not a good experience. I need the company's customer service number. Answer: mine was perfect. Right name, and it came fast. This interaction was about a fucking dog tombstone. A small chunk of Amazon askers and answerers are truly absurd, and it can be very funny to witness. This has quickly become one of my favorite things to gawk at on the internet, and today I just want to talk about it for a bit, because the Wellbutrin is kicking in, and sometimes it's just nice to laugh, you know? God, look at this day, huh? But because I'll never get another chance to do so, let me begin by quickly complaining about two aspects of this section that aren't funny or anything. They're just annoying. First of all, right above the actual questions is a search bar, which obviously lets you search the Q&As for keywords. But for some reason, this search bar also spits out results from the reviews, as well as the product descriptions. What is this? Why is the universal search bar placed in the section that's sandwiched between the other two sections? And why combine them all in the first place with no way to filter out the ones you don't care about? Why can't I just search through the customer questions to find specific information without also being fed surface level details from the description? I mean, this really isn't a big deal or anything, I just think it's odd. But here's a real, genuine flaw with the questions. Anybody can answer them, whether they purchased the item on Amazon or not. On one hand, this gives all product owners the opportunity to help others, even if they bought it on a different website or, God forbid, at a physical store. But on the other hand, this means that user Delaware Den can look up this bag of protein pancake mix, see somebody asking if it contains almonds or tree nuts since they're allergic, and respond, "Don't have any experience with this product." I actually checked out this guy's page, and it turns out that after writing that answer, he went and bought the protein pancake mix, he enjoyed it, gave it 5 stars, but then a year later, he bought a new protein pancake mix, which he said was healthier than the one that he used to eat. So, you know, good for him. Yeah, I stalked him, what of it? And that's a perfect segue to the funny stuff. See, I'd say that about 90% of people who use this section use it as intended, and they're genuinely being very helpful by doing so. But the other 10% of people are, Question: how many tabs are in one package? One reply says 5 tabs are in the package. Another reply says actually no, it has quote, about 5 to 6. I do not have it in front of me. I have it in front of me. I actually bought this one. It is a 4-pack of garbage disposal cleaning tabs, not 5 and not about 5 to 6. Why do you need to estimate such a small number? Is this mayonnaise EBT eligible? Owen replies, try it. I mean, he isn't technically wrong. How many animal crackers does this bag have? Jesus Christ. A lot of cookies! Yeah, the other 10% of people aren't exactly contributing, to put it gently. And these are the folks that we'll be discussing today. I'll be focusing on customer answers in this video, as I typically find garbage answers to be funnier than garbage questions. And when it comes to garbage answers, I've identified 3 main categories. First, and by far the most common, are the IDK sorries, which I named after user GJJ's humorously short response to a question about an optical cable. And I can't say for sure what causes this strange phenomenon: boredom, loneliness, main character syndrome, or just a Joker-esque desire to watch the world burn. But whatever the reason, there's something about this Amazon section that compels person after person after person to let everybody know, loudly and proudly, that they do not know things. Will this coffee filter fit Bona Vita 8-cup coffee machine? I do not know the answer to that question. Thank you, George Wiltsey. Is the AeroPress coffee maker dishwasher safe? I'm not sure. I never have put it in there. Go back, put it in your dishwasher and get back to us, Mags. Does that cone coffee filter from 2 questions ago fit the DeLonghi BC032OT? Sorry, but I do not know the answer to that question. Thank you, George Wiltsey, again, and thank you for apologizing this time. I don't forgive you. What is this coffee's shelf life? Not sure. Tastes so good that I didn't even look. Unfortunately, Tim Johnson actually passed away right after posting that answer, due to drinking too much expired Death Wish coffee. Will that aforementioned cone coffee filter fit the Mr. Coffee Maker? I don't have a Mr. Coffee. Thank you, George Elliott. Hey, it was a different person that time. So apparently you can turn on notifications to get an email whenever somebody asks a question about a product you purchased. So in all fairness, maybe some of these fine folks get the automated, generic email and think, wow, a personal question addressed specifically to me. The world is waiting for my response. But here's a friendly tip to those people. If you do not have the answer to something, for the love of God, you are not expected to answer, and you shouldn't. This is made of plastic, right? Not aluminum? I'm sorry. This was a Christmas gift to my son, so I never opened it, just wrapped it. He requested it and was very happy when he opened it. Sure, nobody gives a crap about your stupid happy son, just ask him if it's made of plastic or not. Is this toilet paper made from recycled materials? Please only reply if you know for sure. See, this person has definitely asked questions on Amazon before. They are not dealing with any BS this time. They got one reply. Do not think so. It would have / should have said it in the description. If it had been, I would not have ordered it. I do not like recycled materials for personal use. I mean, sure, they didn't get the response that they wanted, but at least they learned that Janet doesn't like recycled materials for personal use. That's information. Okay, this is actually my favorite. Received this urn today for Tuesday Memorial. The paint on the top is uneven. Can we get a new lid? Otherwise, it's a very pretty urn. Unsure, however, my purchase was perfect. This one's got it all. Not only do they not know the answer, not only did they not help, they even felt the need to brag about their perfect urn while the person they're answering is preparing for a memorial service on Tuesday. If you gave me 20 years, I could not come up with something funnier than that. But while there are an endless number of IDK sorries out there, and I'm being serious, check any popular Amazon listing and you'll see at least a few of these. The next category is what I call the goofies, as in answers written by people who think that life is just a big joke. These are the fools who feel the need to test out their open mic material instead of just, answering the damn questions normally. And to be clear, there are a lot of goofy questions too. And worst of all, you can even sometimes find some goofy questions with dozens of unfunny, Reddit tier, goofy ass replies. For example, on a listing for printer paper. Is this paper as good as what Dunder Mifflin supplies? How does it stand up to Sharpie markers? To which a customer replies, that's what she said. Oh, I tip my fedora off to you, my friend. You have won the internet today. But that sort of thing is just obnoxious. On the other hand, I think it's funny when somebody writes a goofy reply to a normal, sincere question. What are the hazardous materials in this whiteboard that make it impossible to return for a refund? If hazardous, is it safe to use? Thanks. Yes. Just don't eat it. Are the character tokens used to play this version of Monopoly the same as the standard game, such as dog, cat, car, etc.? The answer on my set is yes. Reason? I had an old set, and I kept those parts! Funny enough, the person who penned that zinger's name is Jay Fallon, so yeah, kind of makes sense. Is this bar soap septic safe? Okay, this one's a doozy, get ready. These are bars of soap. They are pretty hard. Not liquid soap, so if you flush them down the toilet still solid, it'll most likely clog the toilet and the septic tank, possibly damaging both in the process. Alright, don't laugh too hard, we're only halfway done. I accidentally flushed one down the toilet, and if memory serves me right, messed up the toilet pretty good. But I was a kid, and I wasn't trying to drop soap in the toilet. I just didn't feel like putting my hand in the toilet and fishing it out. See, the joke there was that the person who answered the question intentionally misread it and then pretended that the person who asked the question was planning to flush an entire bar of soap down a toilet. That one made me want to commit a crime. Yeah, when I said it's funny when people leave goofy answers to normal questions, what I actually meant is that I'm going to jump on the subway tracks. I always expect these clownish answers to end with, edit. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. These are the types of jokes that you'd hear in the fake cartoons that are on in the background of real cartoons. The people who come up with these are the same people who think that those pro Elon Musk memes under all of his tweets are funny. Okay, that's going way too far. But that bar soap one pissed me off, so let's wrap this up by revealing the final category of bad Amazon answers, aka the melted brains, or no, that's not a good name. How about the mush brains? It sucks too. Look, I don't know. These are when the replies are pure nonsense, is my point. Just unfiltered, irrelevant, nonsensical ramblings that somehow manage to be less helpful than I don't know. And obviously there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of nonsense questions too. Questions that are unrelated to the item, or make no sense, or are just plain odd. Like somebody took the time to search up a coffin on Amazon, not the same coffin from the intro, this is a different one, and ask, will the Biden administration fit in here? Hey, boo! Keep your politics out of my Amazon question answer section. Boo! But like I said earlier, the bizarre answers are what really get me giggly. Here are a few good ones. Ordered a French press with a 34-ounce capacity. Why is the box that arrived marked 32 ounces? Send it back, for fuck's sake! Are you really going to gripe to other buyers about 2 ounces? Yeah, I agree. I also love when companies lie. Yeah, you idiot, you stupid fool! What's the warranty for these headphones? Who cares? My 10-year-old grandson is thrilled. Okay, that's sweet, that one gets a pass. What is the warranty on this electric chainsaw? Are you an authorized dealer? Do you take returns? Thanks. To which a non-dealer replied, I returned this item, never used it. Too big! See, I thought that was silly too, so I decided to dox the guy, but it actually turns out that he's only 2 feet tall. I've read that these salt lamps have potential fire hazard / electrical issues. Has this issue been resolved? I have heard that you need to remove something before using the lamp. Instructions, please? You cannot hijack somebody's question to ask your own question. Somebody call Joe Biden out of that coffin to arrest this person. Okay, this one isn't total nonsense, but the way they wrote it makes me laugh. What else can you cook with this pan besides pizza? Oven set at 350 degrees, egg frittata. Don't even think about cooking your egg frittata at 375. Are you stupid? Not in this pan. It is genuinely impressive just how unhelpful these answers can get. And while I can understand that the IDK sorries are at least partially written by well-intentioned individuals misunderstanding the purpose of a notification email, and the goofies are largely written by people who are trying and failing to be funny in an unexpected context, these nonsense ones actually just elude me. Sometimes they are just so weird, so off the rails that I can't help but wonder what's going on. And that's why they're my favorites. The dimensions of this air fryer? Dimensions. That's the entire answer. Dimensions. So, what did we learn today? Nothing. We learned nothing here. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoy making this video, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. Let me know in the comments if you've ever seen a funny, an Amazon question or an Amazon answer, or what about a Best Buy question and answer? Turns out Best Buy does this too. I didn't know that. But before ending this, let me just share with you my absolute favorite Amazon answer. Well, now it's my second favorite after the one about the urn from earlier. Unfortunately, I did see this one a few months ago, so I didn't screenshot it, but I did memorize it. It was either for a toaster oven or a microwave, and it was somebody who was like, hey, for anybody who's owned this for more than a few months, have you had any issues with it? What is your personal opinion? Do you have any subjective problems about it? To which they got one reply, which was somebody saying, we do not have time to help you, just Google it. And really, that is the essence of Amazon questions and answers. All right, goodbye.